Ladles and Jelly Spoons is Tim down for Live with MS in Tenerife. It is Wednesday. It is 5:55 and it's Balcony Banter. And today we have Christina and Juliani. Hi, girls.
Hi.
We have Mr. Ian Miller himself.
Good evening, all. Good evening.
And I've just seen a special guest popping in.
Woohoo.
Dan the man. How's it going, my friend?
What's the crack? You all right? Good to see you.
Cool.
Hi, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
And there's a special, somebody's got it on in the background.
Oh, yeah. I think I have to
Okay.
put it down.
Okay, that's Giuliani. We also have the sunset, which is a little bit grey today, the grey sunset.
And funny as well, because the sun sometimes peeks out
It does. The sun will come out tomorrow.
between the clouds.
Between the
Peekaboo.
clouds. Peekaboo. And we also have live pictures from La Palma. There's not a lot going on there. As it gets darker, we may be able to see something, but there's been quite a few earthquakes over 4. The one this morning was 4.9 on the Richter scale.
There was a 5.1, I think, as well.
Was there a 5.1? I didn't see that. I've downloaded this new app which tells me them, but I didn't look lately. I know there was one this morning over 4. I've got it filtered for over 4, everybody. Well, I don't know how many people we've got online watching because I forgot my little iPad mini, but
It will always say 29.
It'll always say 29.
No, 47.
47
Ooh.
people
But it will
watching.
stay like 47.
Okay, so we have 5 people. No, we have 6 cameras on. So I need to put up a multi-view of 6 people. And let's see how we can do 6 people like this. I think that's good. Let's do. Let's pre-select the slots. So we're going to go for multi-view. And we're going to go, A is going to be Timmy Baby. B is going to be, hang on, if I'm pointing that way, that's the girls then. So that's right. And C is going to be, we'll put Dan the man on the top. And then along the bottom, we will have D as the sunset. E in the middle there as Ian in the middle.
It's peaking now, eh?
And F,
Yeah.
we shall have
Lovely.
the volcano. So I don't know whether this is going to work, ladles and jelly spoons, but if it does, it's going to be cool. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We're all online.
Woohoo.
We can see everybody. I can even put my thing down the bottom, can I? There you go.
Look
look
at
at
that.
Like, subscribe, and ring that little bell for notification. You know what, guys? You say Tim's got all the technical and it's too much and he can't do anything with it and it's faulty towers and everything, but look at this, eh?
That's brilliant.
Whatever blogger's got 6 cameras on, there you go.
Exactly.
Next level.
Next level blogger, there you go. I'm getting people are unsubscribing as we speak, I tell you. Dan, thank you for coming in today. I know Ian reached out, our executive producer reached out to you, and he explained what the topic was going to be. And because you put up that vlog earlier on in the week, bringing to the fore and showing people that if you do need help, you can reach out. And I know you're doing it from your heart, and I think I know why you're doing it as well. And so we wanted to bring you on because this is coming through from the other angle. Giuliani, do you want to set it up today?
Yeah, I mean, basically, the topic of today is how does happiness show? And it touches up on the topic we already started talking about last week, the knock knock, when happiness knocks on your own door and sometimes you decide to keep the door shut because you're not really happy or welcoming the happiness. So today we are elaborating on the topic.
Yeah,
more or less.
Dan, because we'll usually do some other stuff first, but I want to go straight into it because I know you don't have a lot of time, and so
I can give you a whole hour if you want. If that's how long you're going
Oh,
on.
cool.
cool.
Oh, wow.
I have freed up my evening a bit. I have to go shopping later on because I'm on a health kick starting from today. I've dumped all the bad food out of my fridge, so
I did that as well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I dumped it in my gob.
I was tempted there.
And we've actually got a bottle of wine as well.
It's open already,
It's
yeah?
open already, you know. But I haven't had a drink since, when was it, Saturday? So, and I said I'm just going to have a little tipple of wine because I don't want to give it up altogether, but also I don't want to go back to what I was doing. And I've got my Tim and tonics ready for the thirst. Tonic zero. Even
Taking
though
the
it's,
pressure off,
yeah,
right?
even though it's still 25. Oh, it's 8. No, it's not. Hang on. Calories. Oh, it's only 6 calories. 6 calories a
Oh,
can.
that's not bad.
That's not too bad, is it? 6 calories a can. Okay, so if you got a long time, what I'll do is I'm just going to go through. Actually, what I want to do is just. I put up a vlog the other day of the sunset, and it was quite long. And I noticed people dropping off once they'd seen the sunset. They didn't stay till the end. But there was a thing right at the beginning that I was quite proud of. So I'm going to show you guys that. You might have seen it, but the one with the robot, yeah. So what I've done, I've just cut the robot bit out. And this is the robot bit, so we'll just listen to that. It's only like a minute 10. So we'll have a look at
Esa chica quiere selfie, selfie, ella quiere ver. Pa' que se dé cuenta que aquí perdió la mujer. Lo que quiere es enloquecer, es la mujer que quiere ver. Esa chica quiere selfie, que ella como que ella quiere. Disfruta la noche, lo anormal. Porque el novio teme.
So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tim Dow for Living with MS in Tenerife. We're at the wonderful square here at the bottom of Calle El Habli, where it meets La Lava. So you can tell that we're on a volcanic island. Not as active now as the one that's maybe about 100 kilometres that way, which is La Palma. And I'm sure you've seen lots of vlogs about that. Bushcraft Bear, Daniel, Andrew. And so I'm not going to do La Palma, but I will do Cayo Savaki. So it's reasonably to think that the tourists are staying away, and that is a problem. If the tourists do stay away, then there's no money. So if you're still thinking of making holidays in the Canary Islands, don't forget to nip over to La Palma and have a look, and come over to Tenerife and see us. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Whoa.
Nice.
So what do you think of that? Thank you very much.
And the hotel is still standing.
So I'm sort of enjoying that bit. So I think what I'm going to do is when I go out on Tuesdays and Thursdays, when I've got time now, right? I'm going to actually do some sort of vlog somewhere, and then put some little stuff in it, little Easter eggs in it that you might not see. Yeah, little Easter eggs, yeah. But I showed that again because when I heard you were coming on, Dan, if somebody's on holiday in Tenerife and they fancy a day trip to La Palma, is that something that you could organise?
Yeah, we can, and one of the things I'm just going to speak a word on it because it's this kind of, when I went over there, I got a bit of grief on social media, like, why are you going there? And what I was trying to explain to people is exactly you said in that video. And I've talked to people living in Santa Cruz, and because part of me when I got that, I said, well, maybe I am wrong. And I said to people, do you want us coming here? Do you feel bad that we need tourism? Like the island needs people to visit. And one of the tour companies that we work with actually donate half the money to help people over there that are struggling. So we do run tours there. I went there. At the moment, I'm actually in the process of I've contact directly with families who've lost their homes, and I'm going to be doing a video. And every penny that my videos have made via YouTube has been donated directly to those families.
I saw that. Well done.
And I will be. And my plan is to try and get a video that gets a lot of views. So obviously the more views, the more money it makes. So if the more money it makes, the more money I can give to people who have lost their homes. I mean, the family.
How about you and me in a boxing ring?
No, not ring. No. I have enough damage. done to myself.
I won't hit you. I'll just be the punch bag. People will pay to
My
watch me
mother
being
says I'm a
punched in the
face that
face.
needs regular panel beating. But so it's just that's really one of the things that was said to me was this particular family as well. They're paying a mortgage and now they're having to pay rent and they're struggling financially.
Wow.
So that particular family that went towards their rent this month. So this is one of the things I'm trying to do. I haven't had time this week because of a lot of my own stuff. I have to move house at the end of this month. So I have a lot of stuff going on. My mother's very, very unwell. So next week I plan to meet up with a guy who lost his home over there. We're going to do an interview. I'm going to put some videos together. He's going to talk about how his neighbors are suffering because of it, and hopefully we, as all vloggers, and I would, that we can share it, push it out there, make as much money for the people who have lost their homes over there. And that's my ramble over. That's me making a short story long. There you go.
The more channels that get this message out, the better. And we're proud to be with you on that. And I know that DJ, I can't remember what's Rick's pseudonym. DJ.
I forgot now.
Dick something.
Dick Rapper.
Dick Rapper, that's right, yeah.
I went blank for a second.
Yeah, Dick Rapper, yeah. Not with a W.
I don't even know what to say to that.
He should be called Dick W Rapper or something like that. Yeah. And we could call him Willy Warmer for short.
I don't know where to go with that one.
I know. Okay, so I hope I've made you all happy now.
Oh, very much so.
So let's go ahead and listen to Juliani's. I'm going to mute us on this end. You guys mute yourselves if you want, or just don't speak. And it's only 3 minutes long,
Yeah, it's not long.
So we'll listen to this, and then we'll come back and we'll do that. In the meantime, I'll go and grab a thing that I can read the comments. I know everybody's saying hi.
Yeah, hi.
Lovely day for walking, etc., etc., etc.
Exactly. And it's nice to see your comments also on that one. So last week we had a lot of engagement, which was great.
Yep.
And we would love to carry on and include your comments in the chat.
Exactly.
In our conversation.
So you've already set this up, is happiness. And can we name the person who asked the question, or do they not want to be named? I know they weren't in the thing.
No.
Fede. It was my friend Federica. Federica.
Okay.
La 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 la. She's gonna kill me when she hears that.
She doesn't watch.
No, she doesn't. That's why I can do it.
Are you going to name the ducks? Are you going to name the 2 ducks?
You can pick a name, actually, yeah?
Weren't they geese?
Yes, they're
I
geese.
think they were geese.
They're geese,
Yeah.
exactly.
And there's some animals in the background as well. Okay, let's go for it. Here we go.
Hi guys, Juliana here with vlog 21, episode 13 today. And today I'm out here on excursion with my friends, and we were just talking, and my friend had a really good question for me. So please go ahead.
So, how do you know when you get up in the morning that you are happy, and how you express your happiness during the day?
Okay, very good question. How do I know that I'm happy when I get up in the morning? Well, first of all, it's something, of course, that shows. Happiness is something that you express, whereas unhappiness is something you rather suppress. You don't show it. But happiness, it shows, first of all, when you smile, it shows, and of course you are more open to other people. You're maybe more outgoing, and you just are more at ease, basically. Whereas when you are unhappy, you suppress it, and you are very closed, and you don't want to open up to others, and you maybe just want to stay at home and be all by yourself, and very closed and maybe even closed-minded. But happiness also lets you open up more your mind, and then this is a very good state of mind to start with being happiness conscious, because this is what you need to have this state of mind to become happiness conscious, so that happiness can actually become a habit, which is important to remain it in your life, to keep it in your life, because if it only happens once, then it's maybe not gonna stay. But when you make happiness a habit, then it's something starting to get a routine, and it's something that repeats, and you are gonna be programmed on being happy, and then you look for activities in your life that make you happy as well. So today, for example, we are out here on excursion. I think this is a very good opportunity to become happy and to do actively something that makes you happy. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but those are making that noise. Okay, well, this is a very good reason to be happy and laughing. Well, guys, tomorrow I'm gonna be out again with video 14. And I don't know if I'm gonna be that happy and that much laughing, but anyway, I enjoyed it very much, especially this day out in nature. And unexpected moments. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you tomorrow.
Oh, there we go. I thought it was fantastic.
That was good.
Yes.
And I hope you didn't mind me putting those little.
No,
squiggly things on.
excellent. I was waiting for that. Fantastic. Yeah, enjoy and find joy in the little moments, right? Those serendipities.
Serendipity, that's the one.
Yeah, those unexpected moments actually that bring you joy. It's taking them and taking those imperfect moments probably and making them sort of perfect and funny and enjoyable. What do you say, Chris?
Yeah, I just get happy during the day. Because I'm a Morgenmuffel, I don't know how to say
A
that.
Morgenmuffel.
Ein Morgenmuffel.
She doesn't do mornings.
Right.
Yeah.
She's even got a T-shirt that says "I don't do mornings."
Uh-huh.
Do you know where it is?
Yeah,
How old is it?
it is
40 years old.
older than Stephanie.
Yeah. Well,
Wow. Okay. Do you have an English equivalent for Morgenmuffel?
don't think so.
No?
But,
It's like grumpiness in the morning.
yeah, because as I told you before, I have these great dreams.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'm back in my bed.
Uh-huh.
I can do nothing.
Yeah. So is that sort of like don't interrupt my reality?
Yeah.
Sort of. This is lovely. I love it. Fantastic.
A muscle shirt.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is really 80s, huh?
Yeah.
I love it.
Definitely
great.
80s. Born in Seattle.
Oh, great. Yeah. So, how about you, Ian? Are you a Morgenmuffel, a grumpy morning man?
No, I'm not grumpy in the morning.
No?
No. If you get out of your bed grumpy, you're going to be grumpy all day, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's like as you said in the start of our question there. How do you know when you get up in the morning whether
Yeah.
you're going to be happy? It's how you feel when you get yourself out of your bed in the morning. You know if you're going to be happy or you're going to be grumpy.
Yeah.
So what do? You go, you get your shower, you do whatever you have to do, and you wake yourself up, wake up your body, you
Yeah.
get your mind going on the good stuff.
Yeah.
What you gonna do for the day?
So
Get your-
would you say that you sort of have to calibrate your mind into into a certain direction?
It's not a case of, I wouldn't use the word calibrate. I would use the word get yourself in tune. Get
Yeah.
yourself in tune with your body and your how you
Yeah.
feel, and get yourself out and away you go.
And when you feel, I mean, not every day is the same, obviously, and sometimes there are days where you just don't feel like it's gonna be a good day. But would you say it helps to set your mind or tune your mind into that better frequency?
Yeah, if
That
if you know if let's say if you're not in the mood of doing something, you're going to be grumpy. I mean, I would just sort of go away and probably sit down and have a wee thought to myself. Why
Yeah.
am I grumpy? Why am I grumpy?
yeah.
Let's go and do something to make myself happy. I would, you know what I would do? I would go away out to my garden
Yes. Yeah.
and get the feeling going, get the good feelings back into your body, get the good
Exactly.
feelings back into your mind.
Yeah.
You know, get rid of your negative thoughts that you had when you got up in the morning. You weren't in a good mood or anything like that.
It's a
Get-
good point you're making there. You were saying that you are choosing basically the how you want to feel, or you ask yourself the question, "Oh, why do I feel like this?" But that's already taking it a step further, because sometimes we don't even raise this question to ourselves. And that's where, like, being honest with our own self comes into play. I feel like why am I this grumpy? Nothing is really wrong. I mean, the weather, I can't change it. I can't change certain circumstances around me. But why am I feeling this way? And then from that point, maybe taking better action. And there are days where it has to be a little bit more
You've
it needs
said
a
it,
little bit more input, I would say. Yeah.
You've said it. You've said it. The feeling. You've got to get your feelings, as I said before, in tune.
Yeah.
Just
It's,
before it goes, I want to make sure that Anne gets a mention. Her comment was a bit too long to put on the screen, but Anne Marie Elton sort of saying, not always easy to be happy though, through difficult times.
Yeah.
But happiness and laughter in our lives are so important for our mental health. So focus on the positives as much as possible.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And a lot of people are agreeing with that.
Absolutely agree
Yeah.
with that. And and it's we were saying a lot of times, or talking a lot of times, about attitude. And I mean, breaking down attitude, the word, what it is, it's like it begins with thoughts, which causes feelings, and which lets you take action. So it's better to have a good attitude towards maybe even a not so good situation, or not so good moment you have, and then see what you can do. And for myself, I mean, you can try this right now, and everyone can join in, actually.
Okay.
I mean, this is like really a booster, an instant booster, and it's whistling. I mean, try to whistle.
I can't laugh and whistle at the same time.
Try to be unhappy and whistle at the same time. I mean,
Well, that's over to you then, Dan.
woohoo!
Whistle. Me whistle.
Not into the microphone, across the microphone.
Oh, sorry. I was just doing the scorpions. Wind of change.
The wind of change. Okay.
I'd like to pick up a point on there. There is, I feel, a very fine line between sadness and happiness.
Yes.
Although you're sad, don't dwell on it. Find something that you like doing and get yourself back into a happy mood.
Yeah.
I know it's difficult sometimes for some people. Uh, I went through this earlier on in the year, and I got myself over that line.
You did, huh?
I
And
got
look
myself
where
back.
you are now.
I got myself back into my happy mood. But
Yeah.
it's all. I think it's all dependent on what you like.
And
If you
it's
don't,
and it's part of life as well. We were talking about that last week. It's normal, those ups and downs. I was referring to the ocean, the water. It's the waves, and just know that there is dips, and then it goes up again, and then and there's another dip, and then it goes up again. But every time and every dip teaches us something. But knowing with faith that you will come out of the dip, and keeping your attitude better or more positive really helps to get you out of the dip quicker.
Maria's put up a question here. Does inner peace lead to a happy life?
I would say so.
I think it's one
Yes,
way of doing
yes.
it. I mean, inner peace is a good way, but I think being happy, rushing towards your grave, kicking and screaming, with all guns
No.
blaring is also
No.
happy. You know, I mean, you don't have to have peace to be happy, but you just got to be enjoyable about what you're doing. You know,
Yes, exactly.
Some people can be happy moaning.
Yeah.
You know, some people like having a struggle or like having a moan. You know, I suppose that's a what's the word? I suppose that is a privilege. Yeah,
Or conditioning.
or conditioning. You think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, we were saying about, or we were talking about happiness conscious. So you can also be what is unhappiness is
Happiness unconscious.
no. The opposite of happiness is
Sadness. I thought.
yeah, sadness. Yeah. Okay, sadness conscious. So, the same way you sort of program yourself to be or to get into more activities that bring you more joy, more bliss, and more inner peace, if you want to say so.
Yeah.
The same way, there are people that are more tuned and tuned into sadness. And sort of attract everything that is on that frequency, on that vibration.
Okay.
And yes, and it has a lot to do with vibration and raising the vibration, but also your individual like willingness and being prepared to put in the work, because it doesn't really come automatically.
That's
The garden, you know, the weeds or the mala hierba has to be plucked,
The
right?
mala hierba has to be plucked.
And the weeds have, or the garden has to be cultivated, doesn't it, Ian?
So
You
if
know
you've
best.
yeah,
You're the keen
yeah.
gardener.
You said it, you're cultivating the garden. So at
Yep.
the same time, what do? You cultivate your mind as
Yep,
well.
that's it.
I know, Dan, you
Yeah,
can't get a
yeah.
word in edgeways. Us jabber, 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 and
Come on, then, Dad.
I know
So it's
how
only-
you feel.
I love it, right? I suppose to throw my oar in, I'm a strong believer of. I don't believe in denying any emotion. I think that the word human means we are susceptible to the full range of emotions, unless we're anesthetizing ourselves with chemicals or drugs or alcohol. Then we are we are. I mean, anesthetizing, where you're constantly just avoiding emotion in your life, and you're drinking to suppress emotion, or you're taking drugs to suppress emotion, which is what I did in the past. Then in my opinion, then you are open to the full range of emotions. And I spent a lot of my earlier life denying emotions, and that is including sadness. And when I denied emotions and anesthetized myself, then I didn't feel the full range of emotions. And sadness is one of those emotions. And it's not, for me, it's not a negative emotion unless you dwell on it. And you talked about it there.
Yeah.
Julianne, which was basically, where you hold on to it, you get into a bath of self pity, and you
Yeah.
wallow in that self pity, and you keep rolling it all over you. But then there's the exact extreme opposite, where you've got a sadness and you just ignore it, and you tell yourself, be happy, be okay. You shouldn't be sad. You're not supposed to be sad. Chin up, smile, stop. You know what I mean? That for me is denying an emotion that needs to be released. And one of the things I've learned over the years is to say, hold on, Danny, stop. What's that emotion that's dwelling inside yourself? It's sadness. Danny, you know what? It's okay right now to feel sad. It's
Yeah.
okay to have shed a tear. Don't dwell on it, but feel sad and give it the space to be released. And that for me is, and one of the misconceptions is like, you need to be happy. You can't, Instagram, Facebook,
Yeah.
YouTube, social media, all those things where you're given sometimes the best picture of everyone's life. Oh, well, and then you look at it and go, well, I should be always like that. The reality is, and I shared it in the vlog that I did the other day, and I finished on that because when I get going, I could ramble for hours. But is that um, it doesn't matter what, like I see in the comments there, I was reading some of the comments like, oh, I'd be happy if I lived in Tenerife. Nothing outside, and I think Anne Elton, I think touched on that as well. If you're not feeling okay within yourself, nothing outside will ever make you feel better.
Yeah.
Nothing. It might give you a second's gratification when you buy the latest toy, the coolest car, or whatever you think outside of yourself is going to give you a son of satisfaction. The reality is, the only happiness, true inner happiness, comes from the inside out. And that is finding a place of peace within your soul, heart, and mind. And that takes practice. And for me, my practice is getting up in the morning, meditating for 10 minutes, saying my prayers, connecting with nature, and starting a day. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to be smiling all day. It might still mean that I have to cry today or I have to feel sad, but I'm connected with myself. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and I feel okay with myself. That's my ramble over. Sorry for going on too long.
No, 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 perfect. I
Keep going.
totally agree with that. And to go back to what you said, Dan, with the sad moments, they are also part of life, and that's totally real to live them. And what you and Ian were saying. Don't dwell on them, and it has nothing to do with being fake happy or creating something, but to get yourself vibing higher and to get yourself maybe out of a sad moment. It sometimes needs this little push. It just needs this little come on, like just imagine like a friend would come visit you and say, hey, come on, you can do it. That's how you give yourself the little nudge and say and start some like self motivation and sadness and feeling those emotions, that is totally normal and needs to be done, because this is part of healing. I mean, sometimes we don't even realize how much baggage we actually still carry on, and there's trauma suppressed, and we don't even know that it's there. And this is stuff that needs to get out, and if it needs to get out in a best way, more civilized, and if it gives you that emotion that you need to cry, then it's good to cry, but still within this healing process, still make maybe the choice to still allow yourself feeling happier or going in an upward loop, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've
Yeah,
got,
to elaborate on that, I suppose when you talk about the friend to yourself, is like, imagine that friend come around and you're crying and you're feeling sad. Firstly, putting their arm around you and saying, you know what, I understand why you're sad. I understand why you feel
Yeah.
like that. Shed your tears. And then picking you up and taking you out to show you something beautiful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You may feel like that. You need to feel that. But here's something good in your life. You know, one of the things I learned many, you know, when I used to really swallow in self pity, and I used to go into dark place, particularly in the early days of my recovery when I didn't really know what all these emotions were, and I had a lot of traumatic experiences in my childhood that I've dealt with it on a, you know, through different methods, and I used to get into that place where I'd be digging into self pity and hiding out, and just,
Yeah.
you know, the gratitude list. You know, get up in
Mm-hmm.
the morning, get a piece of paper, get a pen, and write the 10 things down that you're grateful for. And those 10 things don't, you know, it's not, oh well, I don't, you know, well, I can't be grateful because I haven't got the 54-inch TV, and you know, I haven't got a Ferrari sitting outside. Well, you know what? Breathe in through your nose now. Can you smell the flowers? Can you look at, you know, there's many different things you can look at that you can talk about being grateful for. And that used to work for me. Write that gratitude list. You know, I'm grateful that I had a bed to go to tonight. You know, I'm grateful that the roof was over my head. You know, so yeah. Anyways, I'll
Yeah.
ramble on again.
I've
No,
got,
this is
Perfect.
exactly what we.
Perfect.
This is exactly why it's here. I mean,
Yeah.
Ian,
I've,
go ahead.
yeah, I've got. I mean, you've already talked about most of the things here. I've got three wee tips that might help people out there. Don't bottle it up. Talk about your feelings. Do something that you're good and you enjoy it to get yourself into a happy mood. And ask for help when you need it. There is people out there that will come. You've said it, Dan. Will come and listen to you.
Yeah.
That's just three tips that I picked up just recently.
And so
Yeah.
and sometimes, you know, it's not as simple as going to your friend. Sometimes you have something. I had something very traumatic in my childhood, and to clarify, it was nothing to do with my family, who brought me up with great, really, really well, and my family, if they are watching, love you loads. What I'm trying to say is sometimes a friend isn't enough. Sometimes you need someone professional to get you through things that, and you know, a mate wouldn't understand, wouldn't know how to deal with. I mean, there's many different therapies. I've done counseling, I've done cognitive behavioral therapy, I've done EDMR, and many of those things, when you're guided through traumatic experiences and things that are basically, the best way I can describe it is like, imagine trying to pull a big load of bin bags full of rubbish behind you all the time wherever you go. You need to clear out the rubbish that's dragging you down, and that was
Correct.
a lot. You know,
Yeah.
stuff for me was, I need to clear out the wreckage of my past and the stuff that had damaged me in the past, so that I could move on in life in a good way. And sometimes that needs to be done. And if that needs to be done, whether it's addiction, whether it's, you know, abuse as a child, whether it's whatever it is, you know, you as a person, and I'm speaking to anyone who's going through that right now, you as a person, if you're watching this, you deserve that. You deserve to live a life free of those traumatic feelings inside yourself. You deserve a life of inner peace. And that's available to everyone who's willing to reach out and look for it. Like, you know, you
Yeah.
need to look for it and you need to want it. Like, so, yeah,
Yeah.
that's,
Yep. Yeah.
you know,
Agree with
Yes,
that.
as I
Yep.
always say, ready, able, willing, and above all, seeking.
Raw,
It
willing.
really.
I love it.
raws. That's
Yeah.
it. I mean, it's really true. If you yourself are not seeking this help, or then it's not somebody else's cup of tea to drag you to it. And you,
Big time.
I think, Dan, I think you know exactly. Yeah, you would know best, I guess.
Well,
If
one of the things I always know when I meet like I meet people, many people need, like, talk about my own journey as a recovering drug addict. I needed it, but I also wanted recovery.
yeah,
So there's a
and you
huge
sought
difference.
it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that need it
Yeah,
but don't want it. And if you want something, then you'll go and
Go and
seek
get it.
out the help that you need.
Yeah.
yeah,
You'll do the things that are suggested. I was suggested to go certain places, do certain things, work 12 steps. All those things were
yeah,
suggested to me. And I wanted it enough because I was sick of the horrible, horrible feeling inside myself of not being good enough, not wanting to live anymore. And that was enough of a motivator to me to say, you know, I want more out of life. And if you want that, if you're listening to this or watching this, or you feel that you want that, reach out to the right places. Like, you know, you as a person deserve it, and you do need to want it, like, and go through anything to get it, like,
Yeah.
you know.
I just want to hit some of the comments, if I may.
Yes.
Yeah, go on.
Gilles Gardinier says, I had a lot more calmness in my life since I met Jez 11 years ago. That's made me happier. He's really chilled and laid back, which was the opposite to me. So opposites that gel together.
Yeah.
We met Jez, and he's one of the most relaxed people I've ever met. So I totally understand that. And Anne-Marie Elton saying, agree not to lock your emotions inside, even though sometimes can be difficult. And yes, Daniel, happiness comes from within yourself. Everybody's saying, Daniel, great. That was back then. Neil Davidson, we help a homeless man in Las Americas. It makes my day to see him when we are there, and it's main reason why we keep coming back.
Right.
So the guy with the hat, Neil. I know for an Andre fella, I know from experience a personal connection with someone is a massive relief. And Denny Underwood says, let's all be a happy family tomorrow. Gary's saying, accept who you are, be kind to others and reap the benefits. Most of all, be kind and gentle with yourself.
Yeah.
And Flying Trucker, unconditional love of an animal may help
Oh,
to
yeah.
make you happy. Yeah? And Mark saying, experience happy times, you need to experience sad times. We were saying about that the other day. Yeah?
Yeah.
You need the yin with the yang. Trisha's saying, hardest part is asking for help. Tina,
True.
very good thoughts, Daniel. Gratitude is very important. Heather McCarthy saying, joined in very late. Daniel and Juliani always say such positive things. I admire Daniel and how he has turned his life around. So you're getting good thumbs up there. Julie's asking a question. What can you do if someone doesn't show their feelings? How do you help them out? That is a good question. Anyone want to take a stab at it?
Well, I mean, that's a tricky one. You just keep sending love basically, or don't force it. Nothing can really be forced or pressured up on somebody. You know, if we pressure too much. We can probably all relate that it doesn't really bring the result we want faster. So still having the last week I was talking about the decision or intention. Still keep your good intentions you have, and keep that vibration and that momentum of your intention. Keep it going, and don't give up on that person. And eventually, when that person is ready, able, willing, and seeking, that someone will know that you are there.
Is there a possibility? I mean, the question is like two-pronged. What can you do if someone doesn't show their feelings? Yeah. How do you know then that they need you to be in their life? It's a, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a tricky one.
It is a tricky one because if somebody's not showing their feelings, then maybe I don't know. I mean, I'm very similar. I show my feelings very, very quickly, but I seem to recover quite well, you know. And I'm very short-lived because I don't really have time to be sad because Christina's always giving me stuff to do, aren't you, kid?
Good on you, Christine.
I put your microphone up and you're not saying nothing.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it back down now.
Oh.
She's snoring all the time, isn't it? Yeah, so it is hard. It is hard. To know when you're giving somebody something and if they're not asking for it. I think that's what I'm trying to say. How do you help somebody if they're not asking for it? Dan was saying earlier that, you know, you need to want it.
Yes.
And so there's no use I don't think it's any use forcing yourself onto somebody who's not
Yeah.
ready, and
It-
that's what I want to
that's
say.
exactly.
It's a hard question to
That's
answer.
and most of all, not forgetting about yourself. I mean, don't give up yourself on that journey. Still keep enough respect and self love for yourself, and don't make this other someone like taking over your head and a priority.
Zelda Carr saying,
And
when
it's
you're
just-
faced with serious health complications and mostly recover, you do appreciate your life. I practice mindfulness. It takes a lot of practice, but it works for me, says Zelda.
Yeah, yeah,
Great practice.
Yeah.
Peter
Just
Shell.
on what you were saying, can I just say something
Yeah,
quickly?
sure,
Tim?
of
Sorry.
course.
Just on what Julian was saying in relation to that particular question, like I'd be 100% on it. Like, what I agree, and I'm really bad at that. Like, I struggle watching someone, when I'm looking at them going, do you need help? And that's one of my things. I really like don't know sometimes how to just step back and go, do you know what? They don't need me constantly asking them, are they okay, or is there something? Because it puts them off talking to me even more, And God bless you. They less want to talk to you than when you're doing that. And what I've learned to do when I can, and I'm not saying all the time, is to just turn around to the person and say, do you know what? I'm here. If you ever need to talk, I'll be here in a loving and compassionate way. And when you're ready to talk, just I'm here, and then just leave it at that. And
Yeah.
at least they know that if they want to talk to you, that you're there when
exactly.
if they're ready or when they're ready. And I find that's quite a hard thing to do as a person, is because you see someone struggling, you really want to help them. And I think sometimes, as Julianne said, you just have to step back and just go, look, I'm here. If you need me, I'm here, but not keep, what's the best way to describe it, mithering them to give you.
I think
give you that, what's wrong.
I think it's a situation you would need to come face to face with at that time, and
Yeah.
I think you would make a decision there whether you try and reach out to help them. It is a difficult one.
Yeah.
I'd say. Yeah, it is difficult.
But I think the most difficult thing is to deal with angry people.
With angry people.
That is, you can help or you can be with them, but
Yeah.
if somebody's angry, he's just blocking everything else.
Yeah. How would you do that? Or you don't really have an angry Tim?
Yeah, he's angry sometimes, and I know I should shut up.
But then it's like it's not permanent.
Does that mean that I'm angry because you're talking? Is that what you...
No, but whatever I say when you're angry, it's the wrong thing.
I mean, sometimes I get frustrated with the situation, don't I?
Yeah.
And I know what to do, and I know I've got to do it, and I know how to deal with it. I think, yeah. And sometimes, yeah, you're right. If Christina comes in and tries to give me advice, I'm not that receptive at that moment in time, and I apologise publicly for that, Christine.
Thank you.
That
very
counts double, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but it's true. I mean,
But I'm always happy. Why is that?
you're always happy
Yeah,
because probably you're doing what you enjoy doing.
that's true. That's
Yeah,
true. I don't
so
have to get up
that-
and go to work.
That gives.
I live on the island of Tenerife. I've got a beautiful wife. I've got great friends.
Yeah.
You're right.
What-
I'm privileged.
Yeah.
Were you born happy?
I was born at, well, I was actually until that guy slapped me.
Yeah. But I wanted to ask you then, did going over to La Palma, for instance, did that give you sort of, I mean, I don't want to say happiness, because you cannot really compare that with happiness, but a sort of you helping somebody.
Satisfaction, maybe?
Satisfaction, or does that at least give you the sense of I have done something about a situation instead of only observing the situation and getting sad about it and not doing anything, because the action is sort of the fuel, isn't it? Dan, would you say you caused you some kind of happier feeling?
Firstly, great dramatic shot, Tim. Like the way you switched the view and put the volcano on the bottom right hand corner. Excellent. Thanks for the question, Julian. Like, honesty is really important to me. So the main reason I initially went over there is because I wanted to see the volcano, okay? Because I felt personally it was a once in a lifetime opportunity, okay? So I wanted to see the volcano. I said, you know, I'm going to vlog it while I'm over there. When I got over there and I realized the destruction that it's causing, I felt that I could do something via the platform that I have of YouTube, and that we all have a YouTube, to help people, because it does have a way of, like we've seen in the past when I've raised money for different charities along the way, it does give the opportunity to raise money for people that need it. Yes, it gives me a spiritual well-being. Yeah, sometimes you have to give things away to get it back. And for me, like, realistically, when you look at the grand scheme of why are we here, that big question of like, why am I living, why am I on this planet, that we can all ask ourselves on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Is it to accumulate physical and physical things? Is it to accumulate wealth? Is it to accumulate more stuff, or is it to leave a ripple of a little ripple or a big ripple of kindness to people around you, and leave some sort of well-being to people around you, to also carry experiences in your life that you'll never forget? Because for me, that's from wanting to die to go into a place where I can experience life. That's what I said to myself. Now I'm clean. Now I'm experiencing life. I want to taste, see, and feel things that I've never seen before. I want to see the world. I wanted to go to Tenerife. I still want to travel more. So for me, that was part of that, was going to see the volcano, but also on the way to do the next right thing, to help someone beside you, to offer kindness to someone. So that, coupled with that, definitely gave me some sort of inner well-being, that I did feel good being over there. I did feel that I wasn't just leaving. I wasn't just going for voyeurism of watching it.
Exactly.
That I could offer some sort of help in a way as well. So yes, I do definitely. It's a part of my life that's important to me. And I also, on that level, just quickly like to thank all the viewers that watch our channels. I've had regular people come into the shop and hand me cash to give to charities. Okay, so they've regularly handed me cash to give to the different charities that I put the money aside for, and that alone for me makes doing videos worthwhile, because it can help someone else. If that makes sense, because the YouTube has done really good for my business, but as a platform, I can also use it to help other people, and that fulfills me on that level as well.
I think taking and giving back is your forte, Dan. I mean, it really is, and we applaud you for it. I mean, I should do more.
We're all doing it.
I should do more. I mean, I like to thank Alf and Sue for the money for the beers at the weekend, for instance. I can't compete. But as I said, it's not a competition. For the vloggers on the island, everybody offers something different, and I think you're doing a great service there, Dan. And your content is really good. And I've watched you grow from right at the beginning to now, and you've grown in leaps and bounds. So well done.
Thank you for the kind words, my friend.
As
have you.
Not only that, but I want to say to Ian as well that he got involved earlier on this year with my website and started giving me tips there as a sort of like the guy with the the view of the viewer, if you
Yeah.
like, you know. And Ian's come in, and he's like, he's done marvelous things for Balcony Banter.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I've said this every week. Balcony Banter's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's the one that I like because I think it's the one that makes the most impact on the people, you know. And I think the people enjoy it, you know. I can walk around in the mornings as often as I like, and I can go for Freaky Friday whenever I like. But I think the Balcony Banter one is something of a service as well, you know.
Yeah.
It's something that we can give. And don't forget, you can go over and get 10 times the amount of good of this on Giuliani's channel. And we're still trying to get some more subscribers. So if you're
Yeah,
not
well,
yet-
they're going down, but I also haven't started my channel because of followers or anything. I mean, I really do enjoy Balcony Banter, and that's why I committed to it last year. And Ian, I'm really grateful that you are part of our team, and Christine and Tim. Anyway, so this is fantastic, and thank you guys for joining us every week. I mean, we couldn't do it without you.
A
welcome,
great team,
Juliana.
aren't we?
we are a
Yes,
great team.
Absolutely.
We'll be right back. Wow. So that was the team, guys. We're coming up to the hour.
That's brilliant, by the
and
way.
Thank you very much. We're coming up to the hour. I just want to show you the latest view of the volcano there. This is from TV Canarias, or TUB Canarias. Canarias, sorry, not Canarias, Canarias. And this is the view from our balcony now. So the sun has gone. Shouldn't be filming the neighbours. So
But they got a nice little sign up there. Vive, rie y ama.
Which
live,
is?
live, laugh, and love.
live, laugh, and love. Live, laugh, and love. I bet you're wondering why I'm all green. It's because the light I've got. Because I've got the sun behind me normally. The light I've got is too bright now. It's dark, and I threw my green thing over it. Because otherwise I'm way blown out. Way blown out. So I'm actually going to turn this off now. I'm just
They will
unscrewing
mix you with the
bulb.
moon. Ooh, it's the moon! It's a full moon!
You don't want me to moon, do you?
No.
No. Okay, that's better. That's better. So I can turn off. So I want to thank Dan for coming on. Expectedly, unexpectedly. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
And don't forget, we've got to get together one day before you.
100%.
No, when you've moved. I didn't even know you were moving house. Where are you going?
Yeah, we don't even have a home at the moment, and we have to find a place by the end of this month because we have to be out of where we are by the end of this month. And
Was
as
that
I
unexpected
said,
or what?
Do you know what? It was just I was given a notice before I was just leaving for Ireland. I was told.
Oh, no.
So yeah. So
Let's talk about
I
it offline.
came back, and now I'm looking again, and we're just struggling to find a place. If anyone's watching us from the area, we're looking for 2-bedroom apartments near this area for rent, and I need to get it sorted by the end of this month. I moved in by the 1st of December because I need to go back to Ireland again because as I said, my mum is extremely unwell, and I'm not going to get into that because that will make me sad, and I need to get back and see her again as soon as possible. So so that's where I'm at now, looking for a new place to live.
Dan,
Yeah.
thanks very much for coming in. It's such short notice.
No problem at all.
Yes.
Anytime. And
Thank
if I
you,
can
Dan.
do it, I'll be on.
Thank you,
Thank you
Dan,
all
and
for
keep
having me
doing
on.
what you're doing with your serviceable attitude. It's really good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing as well. Great stuff. I really enjoyed the chat this evening. It was very, very interesting.
Thank you.
And many words of
You're
wisdom.
welcome.
Okay, ladles and jelly spoons. I'm going to wind it up now. I'm going to thank Dan the man. I'm going to thank Ian the door. No, not Ian the doorman. Ian the executive producer. I'm going to thank Juliani Nendel for such a wonderful host, being such a wonderful host, and of course my wife for not kicking me under the table.
Can't.
Before
She
you,
can't.
before
My
you close,
wheelchair is broken.
Oh yeah, her wheelchair's broken. I'm getting
Before
it
you
fixed.
close.
Don't worry.
just
And
before you close.
we're going to go for Vamos a la Playa.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you on the next one, guys. We will actually be reading through all your comments, but if we missed it, please, when it's finished and it's up on normal, make a comment again if you want.
Yes.
Yeah, please
Exactly.
do, and
Yep,
we all
sure.
read those.
Yeah.
So, ladles and
Okay.
jelly spoons.
Vamos a la playa.
Don't forget, we go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5:55. Monday meet up here in the village. Wednesday balcony banter, and Friday is Freaky Friday. Whoa, whoa.
Vamos a la playa.
Christina's wrecking on microphone there, ladies and gentlemen. And I've started my walks again. Tomorrow is La Caleta. So if you're in La Caleta, I'll be there about 9 o'clock. I'll be parking in the big car park and walking down to the beach. And I just saw Ali Bennett coming in there late. Ali, thank you so much for all your support, and everybody else, Mark Hawley, everybody who donates on the website, thank you so much. And we love you all.